Hi, I'm Don, here to talk to you about the brand new Jayco Alante Class A. This is going to be an amazing web video if you're even remotely interested in motorhomes. This thing is packed with so many features, you're not going to believe it. I'm going to get started. First of all, as you look at the Jayco Alante, take a good peek at this windshield. This is a 120-inch wide windshield. Folks, this is the largest windshield of any motorhome in the entire RV industry. That's amazing because with the price that you can get the Jayco Alante for, you're going to see features that I'm going to talk about that are going to resemble motorhomes that are 2 and 3 times the price. Just to start off, 120-inch wide windshield. What that means is you're driving down the road, a much better view, you can see things a lot easier, and that's really good for not only safety, but also just making your trip a bunch more enjoyable. Also, too, notice the 32-inch wiper blades. So not only is it a huge windshield, but it has giant wiper blades. Why that's super important is you'll see some motorhomes out there that may claim to have a fairly big windshield, what they'll consider a 90-inch windshield pretty big, but then they have super tiny wiper blades, like 24-inch wiper blades. The problem with that is, keep in mind, you're going to drive this in all weather conditions. So with a small wiper blade, really, you have a real tiny view. And we've all driven that rental car or that vehicle at one point in time that maybe wasn't ours. We're like, oh my gosh, these wiper blades are horrible. We've all had that feeling. You don't have to worry about that with the Jayco Alante. All the other brands that are out there, there's stuff like the Thor Access or a few other brands that have just smaller everything, smaller windows, smaller, I should really say the Thor Vegas is one of them too. They have the really tiny wiper blades. So what's great about the Jayco Alante is 32-inch wiper blades on this huge 120-inch windshield. As we move around the rest of the front of it here, I want to start talking about a little bit about the drive. What's great about Jayco is one thing that you cannot see, and that is Jayco puts on what's called the J-Ride handling package. The J-Ride handling package comes with computerized balanced drive shaft, Bilstein shocks, jounce bumpers, front and rear sway bar, and a front track bar. What those things are, they sound like huge terms and that kind of stuff, but really just the simple fact is this. Jayco puts on a better handling package so that when you're driving down the road, it feels more like your car. There's gigantic motorhomes out there that are like big bread boxes driving down the road. You're not going to have that with the Jayco Alante because it has the J-Ride handling package. So in summary, really, the Bilstein shocks are going to make it so it doesn't bounce as much down the road. It's going to feel a lot smoother. The computerized balanced drive shaft makes it so it doesn't rattle. Things don't shake as much. That's a big deal because when motorhomes are put on top of their chassis, the chassis kind of modifies the way that it rides and the way that it's balanced. What Jayco does is they balance the drive shaft after the motorhome and all the weight's put onto the chassis. That's a big deal. You'd be surprised. A lot of people don't do that. Jounce bumpers is actually little cushions that are in between the metal, the steel chassis, and the body of the motorhome. Jayco puts those on there, and a lot of them on there where a lot of different manufacturers don't put any. So really what you have is the motorhome bouncing on the steel, which is hard to believe, but a lot of them do it. Then, of course, the track bar and the sway bars make it so that when it's driving down the road, you're not going to get any sway when a big truck goes by or anything like that. So that's a big deal. It's called the J-Ride handling package, and it makes the Jayco Alante, in its price point, the quietest riding, best handling coach on the market today, period. That's a big deal. J-Ride handling package, super important with Jayco. That's a Jayco exclusive. Another Jayco exclusive, big deal here. Big deal. 2-year warranty, bumper to bumper. Folks, it's crazy to think of getting a gorgeous motorhome and getting a 1-year warranty. That's what everybody else is. With the Jayco Alante, 2-year warranty, bumper to bumper. Why is that such a big deal? Well, really, your first year, you can go out and use the thing, have a great time. Couple things go wrong with it here or there. It's covered under the warranty. You don't have to worry about getting it fixed, like rushing into the dealership right away the first year. Next year, you can come in and say, hey, one of my little shakedown cruises this year, a couple little things need to be adjusted. No problem. Fully covered, no charge for you. A lot of other brands out there, 1-year warranty, that's kind of crazy. So 2-year bumper to bumper, big deal. As we're going down the side of the Jayco Alante here, a couple other things I want to point out. Frameless windows. This is a huge deal. Frameless windows are something you normally see only on big high-end diesel motorhomes. They look a lot better, they're cleaner, and they're quieter too. So when you're going down the road, you don't have a big whistling effect. You notice you got the power awning. It has the upgraded wrap on it too. So you notice that wrap's nice and white and shiny and clean and crisp. You have that on the Jayco Alante. A lot of other brands out there are going to put the same awning you'd have on a travel trailer. Folks, it's super important when you're looking at motorhomes. You look at these detailed features. I get real hyped up and excited about it because I've grown up around this my whole life, and I see all these little details, and that's why I love the Jayco Alante. Notice the high gloss exterior. Folks, this is not the cheap, fiberglass that a lot of motorhomes will have. You'll see them out there have a little, like it looks like fibers in the side. This is the high gloss exterior. A lot of other brands out there are going to use that cheaper fiberglass, and over a year or two, you're going to start getting fading and that kind of thing. Not with the Jayco Alante. This particular model has the white exterior. I think it's absolutely gorgeous because it's clean, it looks high-end, kind of reminds me of a high-end vehicle, so that's a huge, huge plus. Couple other things as I'm going around, there's so much to point out, I'll make sure I don't forget anything. This model, this one that we carry, the special price that we have on this 31V Alante, also comes with the exterior entertainment center. Folks, 40-inch television, comes with the stereo system, has chargers for all your gadgets, has the outdoor speakers. This is a big deal because when you're outdoors and traveling and that kind of thing with kids, I have 2 daughters, and they hate to just stay inside. They want to be outside, but they always want something going on, whether it's the Disney Channel or whatever, or even myself, I love to watch sports. You just want to turn on. What good is it having the TV inside and having to be stuck in there to do that? You want to be outside. When you have a great RV trip planned or just a weekend getaway, you want to have that TV outside. Notice it's underneath the awning too. So this is a huge feature Jayco has, and it's not cheap. Folks, when you look at outdoor kitchens and outdoor TVs and that kind of stuff, you'll see a lot of brands that will they call them, oh, it's my outdoor TV setup. But you know what? They're cheap. Jayco, if you look, this is a solid aluminum compartment door that's not going to be all clangy and bangy and feel cheap when you're setting it up or anything. This is super easy to turn on, super high quality too. I'm going to open up a couple compartments here. Huge storage compartments, and this is why this unit is such an amazing value. It's got the rotocast compartments. Folks, the reason I love that is you can just spray that out with a hose, clean it right out. Some brands out there, if you could believe it, they actually put carpeted compartments. It's crazy. It's going to get wet. It's going to get mildewy. Not with the Jayco Alante. So huge storage compartments. As we go around, I'm going to try to remember to open some of them so you guys can get a good look at it. But another big thing too is they're slam latch baggage doors. So these are the quality baggage doors. Folks, you look at other motorhomes out there, they have the little twist locks like some of the travel trailers and pop-ups have. Not the Jayco Alante. These are the type of compartment doors that you would see on high-end diesel motorhomes. Slam latch baggage doors, big, big, big feature. That roof is a fiberglass roof, folks. Motorhomes that are 2-3 times the price of this, that's when they start to get into fiberglass roof. The reason fiberglass is so much better is a fiberglass roof, folks, it's not going to tear like a rubber roof would. So what happens is the rubber roofs, you go through a campground, you get in some nice tight areas where it's nicely wooded. What happens is if a branch scrapes on it, it's going to tear if it's rubber. With the fiberglass roof, super durable, easy to clean. Great feature, comes with it on the Jayco Alante. Huge feature, super excited about that. So as we go around the back here, look at this high-end look. It's amazing. You can see this motorhome for the price you can get it for. You can see online or you can call one of our salespeople. It's unbelievable special. We buy these in extremely high volume because one, we believe in Jayco, but also what an amazing deal this is for our customers. It's a big deal. We take that seriously, giving the best deals for our customers. Look at this high-end look. It's gorgeous. Got the backup camera. Look at the frameless window, but there's something else here, okay? Folks, third brake light. This is a big deal. Look at other brands that are out there. It's an important safety feature, okay? Third brake light, imagine towing a car. Yes, you can tow a car with this, right? You can tow a car off the back, but if you were towing a car, notice how the car would be back here. You wouldn't have a third brake light on the other brands. With the Jayco Alante, third brake light. Great, great safety features. So not only is it great looking, easy and fun to use, but it has the safety features too, which I think are a big, big, big plus. So as we're going around the other side here, we're going to start to look at some of the slide outs. Great features on the slides that I love to point out. Little details again, folks. I'm kind of like your motorhome shopper here for you. I want to point out things as you're looking at any other brand that's out there. Folks, windows in the slide. Okay, most brands in this price point, they don't even put windows in the slide out. Not only is the window in the slide, but it also opens. Why that's a big deal is, well, if you're in there and if it's the bed or the kitchen or this area happens to be the bed, you not only get to get the nice sunlight and the cross ventilation, but the window actually opens. Okay, so a lot of brands in this price range, no window. If they do put a window, the window is not one that opens. With Jayco, you get the window and you get one that opens. It's a big deal. Notice the slide toppers on the top of the awning. So folks, this is like, an extra $1,000 to $1,500 in options normally. With us, with the Jayco Alante, that comes with it no charge. So what's great about the awnings over the slide is if you're in that, that wooded area and you get any pine needles or leaves or anything that fall on top, you don't have to worry about it getting crunched in your slide out when you close it up. Folks, a lot of brands in this price point, you're going to be paying extra for this stuff. So you have the 4,000 watt Onan generator. There's a bunch of different brand generators out there. No doubt, you ask any experienced RVers, the Onan generator by far is the best. This comes with it at this price. So notice all these extras that this is coming with. J-Ride handling package, 2-year warranty, third brake light, slide topper awnings, Onan generator, all included on the price that we sell this for. This is why I'm super excited about it. Another big, big, big feature, the leveling system. Folks, this comes with automatic leveling. Automatic leveling at that price. Comes with automatic, you press one button, that's what I did when we pulled it in here, I just pressed one button, thing levels itself. Automatic power leveling system. Huge feature, comes with it for that price you see online. As we walk inside the Jayco Alante, there's so much stuff to talk about. I love this unit. There's so many great features, I'm super excited. Okay, notice this great ergonomical setup in here. It's super easy to drive, super easy to use, and one of the things I want to point out, which I was just talking about, is the leveling system. Folks, if you were to add this on, it's $4,500 at most dealerships. Comes standard with the Jayco Alante at the price that we sell it for. So what happens when you get in, there's not a huge big hump or bump to jump over to drive. The seats are super nice, high quality seats. So Jayco doesn't put in the cheap seats like a lot of different brands do. They're gonna put in a nice, you can see the way that they're designed. It's super comfortable. They're power seats as well. This is our power driver seat is what it is. 6-way power driver seat. That's a big feature. It has the all the electronic hookups, Bluetooth, all the stuff that you want to use with your phone. Most of the stuff that my daughters know about, and I'm starting to forget because I'm getting old. A great feature too. This is something I'm super excited about because the seats turn around. So there's a ton of seating in here, but the seats turn around, and there's actually a table that goes in here, and it's nice and easy to hook up. I got to show this to you. Hopefully I can do it while I'm on camera. I'm not going to get nervous. You set this thing right in there like that. All right, and you set this like this. Super easy to do. I love this. This is huge because, folks, you can throw this up here while you're driving if you wanted to. Swings around, so extra cup holders. I mean, you already have a ton of cup holders, but it has extra cup holders. But the reason I really like it is these seats all swivel around. So it's a whole nother seating area. This comes with it with the Jayco Alante. Take a look at the kitchen here next. And there's so many great features here. I'm going to try to get through this. Stainless steel sinks. So why that's important? A lot of different brands. You'd be surprised. They put in the plastic. Folks, you don't want plastic sinks in your motorhome. You want the nice stainless steel in the kitchen because you use pots and pans. It's a big deal. Pull-out sprayer. All the ladies love this high-end feature. My wife goes crazy over the kitchen. She's like, I want to know how to work everything inside. I want to have all these pull-out stuff and all this. I mean, she can't cook, but she wants to have all the stuff. So pull-out sprayer, I like that too. That's pretty cool. Okay, great TV in the kitchen. This is a big feature. So everyone loves to have TVs everywhere nowadays. Again, with the Jayco, you got it. Right there, big, it's not small. You get to look at it from everywhere inside the unit. Huge counter space in the 31V Alante. Amazing amount of space inside this. Look at the cabinetry inside the kitchen too. This is a great feature. So you have the upgraded gas struts here. So these are metal. Most brands in this price point are going to have the plastic. So these are metal. So again, this is real wood cabinetry. That's not the fake, it's not fake wrapped board or whatever. They sawdust wrapped with tape, basically, like the other brands have. This has got real wood cabinetry in it. That's a big plus. If you notice here, all the cabinetry inside the kitchen, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it because you guys already know what a lot of cabinetry means. It's a ton more storage. Notice the ball bearing drawer glides. This is a huge feature. When you think about kitchens, the most expensive thing are kitchen cabinets. Jayco spends the time to put into their cabinetry the high-end things that you'd put in a high-end house. So ball bearing drawer glides is going to be able to handle a lot more weight. A lot of different brands in this price point are not going to be able to do that. Huge refrigerator. So it is the 8 cubic foot refrigerator. Get a good shot of this, Jeremy, here. Notice that it's Norcold, so it's made in America. I come from a military family, and that means a lot to me, right? So made in America is a big deal. I think it should mean a lot to anybody who thinks about that stuff. So it does have the refrigerator, it does have the freezer. It's 8 cubic foot. It's much bigger. Most brands in this price point going to be 6 cubic foot. Notice we have this pantry. This thing's huge. Look at all this space in here. Amazing. Pull your food in there, store it. Other thing I'm gonna point out too is the height. Notice the height. This is a full 7-foot interior height. Most brands in this price point, 6.5. So why that's important is you get a lot more storage. You're able to put all these storage compartments in. You're able to put an 8 cubic foot fridge versus a 6 cubic foot. It's full 7-foot interior height. Allows you to get much more storage. That's a big deal. Glass shower door. Again, I keep referring to other brands in this price point. They're going to use like a silly, dirty shower curtain. That's what they have. They have shower curtains. They're plastic. This is a glass shower door. Think of high-end residential features. That's the Jayco Alante. Glass shower door versus a regular cheap shower curtain. That's a huge, huge feature. Tons of storage in the wardrobe. Huge chest of drawers. If you lift up the bedspread, now I'm gonna tell you, some of these motorhomes that are out there, they don't even have bedspreads. It sounds crazy, but the Jayco Alante, not only are you gonna save $10,000 to $15,000 versus the other brands, but you're gonna get a high-end bedspread, and you're gonna get a nice upgraded mattress, which is a big deal. Pillow top mattress, not the cheap piece of foam that most of the other places have. So this is a big deal. Nightstands, notice the nightstands, great lighting. Notice the window treatments above those windows that are in the slide that we talked about. Has the nice decorative headboard. So you're not, you're getting a nice low price, but you're not getting a cheap motorhome. This motorhome has all the high-end features. As you move towards the front here, notice the control center. Everything is nice, neatly put there. Jayco puts the slide out buttons that operates all the slides for you. The generator stop switch. This does have a gas and electric water heater, so you can run on electric. All that's there. This also has water tank heaters. So tank heaters is, folks, if you go where it's cold, and you want to take this up north, you go to Alaska, you want to go skiing, wherever you want to go where it's cold, you can turn the tank heaters on. It's actually going to heat the holding tanks, so nothing's going to freeze. This does come with a 1,000-watt inverter. That's what this power control system is here. Folks, 1,000-watt inverter is a big deal. What a 1,000-watt inverter does, it's going to allow you to run items that would normally run on 110. You're going to be able to run without running your generator. So that's what an inverter will do. An inverter will run things that would normally run on the generator or shore power off your batteries. So that's a big deal. This comes with a 1,000-watt inverter. Most brands in this price point, even if you can get it as an option, are not going to be included. With the Jayco Alante, totally included. Couple other things before I forget. Rooftop ACs. I almost forgot this. I can't believe it. My brothers would fire me. So this has the two 11,000 BTU rooftop AC. So two of them. There's one in the front and one in the back. Folks, most big high-end diesel motorhomes, it's optional to get two rooftop ACs. This comes with it. LED lighting. That's a big feature because the LED lighting is not going to get hot. That's a huge feature. Oh, I almost forgot. This is amazing. Okay, the bunk. This is a huge feature. Again, folks, we have a special deal with this with Jayco because we buy so many of them. We order up the Alante because we know it's a great deal for our customers. So one of the features that we make sure we get on every single one that we order is the power bunk. Folks, this power bunk is amazing. We just turn the key. The power bunk comes down. It has a 750-pound capacity. Folks, 750 pounds. That's a huge deal because 750 pounds, my kids aren't 750 pounds or anything like that, neither am I. But what's amazing is you could hop up there with your kids and you don't have to worry about it breaking. You can have your kids can get a whole army of friends up there. Not gonna worry about it breaking. Most brands in this price point, folks, ask them what their bunk capacity is. They're gonna be like, oh, gee, sir, ma'am, I'm not really sure. With Jayco at 750 pounds, the other guys, you're lucky if it's half that. So front power bunk, 750-pound capacity, big, big deal. In closing, I would just like to say, if you're looking for a motorhome, folks, seriously consider the Jayco Alante. 2-year warranty, bumper to bumper, comes with all these extra features, amazing price. Give us a call and we'll take good care of you.